Hello everyone, my name is Hana Mutiara Rangkuti with student ID 2025-32080. In this video, I am going to present the results of my statistic practical assignment on descriptive data analysis. The objective of this presentation is to explain how raw data is systematically transformed into descriptive statistics, covering the frequency distribution, measures of central tendency, the dispersion, and the shape of the data curve. Let's get started. Our primary dataset consists of 200 observation points. First, we identify the fundamental parameters. The maximum value in this dataset is 199 and the minimum value is 8. By subtracting the minimum for the maximum from the maximum, we get a total range of 191. To group this dataset into an organized frequency table, we apply Sturgeon's formula, which yields approximately 9 classes, with a calculate class with or interval size of 22. Based on our parameters, we construct 9 distinct class intervals. The first class begins at 8 and ends at 29, containing a frequency of 28. The subsequent classes flow continuously up to the 9th class, which spans from 184 to 205 with a frequency of 12. If we sum up all frequencies across these 9 classes, it perfectly equals our total sample size of 200 data points. To get deeper insights, we calculate the relative frequencies, where the first class holds 14% of data. We also establish the cumulative frequency less than and more than. For instance, the actual class boundaries ranging from a lower boundary of 7,5 to an upper boundary of 205,5 help us understand the exact distribution and progression of data across the entire spectrum. Next, look at the measures of central tendency for group data. To find the arithmetic mean, we multiply the midpoint of each class, denoted as mi, by its respective frequency V. The sum of mi times V equals 19,716. Dividing this sum by our total frequency of 200, we get an estimate group mean of 98,58. To find the median, we locate the middle position at data number 100, which falls into the class interval of 96 to 117. The lower boundary of this median class is 95,5. Using the group median formula, accounting for a cumulative frequency of 99 and a class frequency of 26, we obtain a precise median value of 96,35. For the modus, which is the value that appears most frequently, we identify the class with the highest frequency. This occurs in the interval 74 to 95 with a frequency of 29. By calculating the difference in frequency with the preceding class, D1 equals 14, and with the succeeding class, D2 equals 3. Applying the formula from the lower boundary of 73,5, our calculate modus is 91,62. Moving on to the measures of variation or dispersion, which show how spread out our data points are. First, we have the mean deviation or rata-rata simpangan, which is calculated by summing the absolute difference between each midpoint and the mean, multiplied by their frequencies. The total sum is 6,668.64. Divide by 200. It gives us a mean deviation of 33,34. To get a more mathematically robust measure of spread, we calculate the variance and standard deviation. The sum of the squared deviations multiplied by the frequency is 374,763.14. Dividing this by our sample size parameters, we find a group variance of 1873,82. Taking the square root of the variance, we obtain a standard deviation of 43,29, indicating the standard dispersion around our mean. Now, let's discuss the shape of our data distribution. We measure skewness using two methods. Method 1, which is based on the modus, shows a value of 96,46. Method 2, which relies on the median, gives us a positive coefficient of 0,15. Since the value is positive and our mean 98,58 is greater than our median, it indicates that our data curve is positively skewed, meaning it has a tail extending toward the right. Furthermore, we analyze the kurtosis or the peakness of the distribution curve. By calculating the fourth moment of the deviation, we evaluate the curve shapes. Based on our calculations, the curve is classified as platykurtic. A platykurtic distribution means that the curve is relatively flat and has a lower, broader peak with thinner tails compared to a normal distribution. In conclusion, the data analysis of these 200 observations shows a well-distributed dataset centered around 98,58 with a positive skewness and a platykurtic profile. This comprehensive breakdown gives us a clear understanding of the underlying data patterns. That concludes my video presentation. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Have a great day!